So, hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of this podcast, just between us. Today's episode's about smiling through it and why I don't want to do it anymore. And the topic will be about how we minimize our own emotions to be more digestible for everyone. So, yeah, let's go. So, first things first, let me introduce myself and what I want this podcast to be. So, my name is João Lima. Don't know if you know me by the name of Lima, which is the name that I release music under the name of. If you haven't, do check it out. And I'm a 26-year-old gay guy from Portugal. Why do I think it's important for me to say that I'm a gay guy? Well, because first of all, it's who I am, and it has shaped me. Whether how I see the world, how I react to things, how I perceive things, how I put myself out there. So it's just who I am. And second of all, because I do want to connect with my community and find people out there that are going through somewhat the same stuff as I am, and just, build a community here that we can all be open and grow with each other. I want this podcast to be about growth. I want this podcast to be about life. Also, why I believe it is important for me to do this podcast. Well, one thing is that most of these topics are topics that I do discuss myself in my own therapy sessions. So I don't want this to be a podcast that you listen to while you're multitasking or whatever. I want to do this just for myself to think and reflect about life. I want you to stop and listen to this episode. Think to yourself, breathe, slow down, and take just a moment for yourself and to contemplate yourself. And hopefully we can all grow together. So that's the somewhat intro to this podcast. Smiling through it and why I don't want to do it anymore. So basically, I've been thinking about something a lot lately, which is that I tend to, whenever like at work, with friends, with family, whatever, whenever like I don't feel so good about something, or whether I don't agree with something, or just I don't feel so good with something, really, like be it emotions, like be it something at work, like whatever, I tend to downplay it, and oftentimes like end up agreeing or end up not saying much, but like with a smile on my face, so that people are not like thrown off by me not being okay with it, and I want to stop doing that, because like if I'm not okay with something, I want people to know that I'm not okay with that. I want other people to know what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and what's going on, that I'm not okay with something, that I'm not just a puppet they can play with and do whatever they want to, and just I react fine, because at the end of the day, I'm not fine with it. And I don't want to be fine with it. Full stop. And another thing that I've been thinking about regarding this is that, like, how much, like, can a friend be a friend if I don't let them know how I truly feel? Like, how much can they be there for me if I don't let them know how I'm truly feeling? Because like I'm usually the friend that's always there for someone, but I'm not the friend that seeks like a friend. I'm not the type of friend that like, oh, I need your help, or I need something, like I'm not the friend that's ever down, in a sense. So like, stop smiling would mean stop smiling. It's really not, it's literal, but it's also a metaphor to not present yourself in a manner that's more digestible for other people. Really, uh, you don't have to be digestible. You have to be you. You have to be you. And so, like, literally, what I like, this is the whole goal, which is to grow. And I firmly believe, and my therapist, we've been talking about this, that like even friendships may deepen if you allow yourself to be vulnerable with your friends. Because as I said, like, how much a friend is my friend if I don't let them know the real me? So if I do let them see and feel the real me, and they stick around, like, that's when friendship truly emerges, because you've seen all facets of a person and you still love them for who they are. And I feel like I'm at a time in my life where I've been like, of course, pretending gets very tiring. Very, very tiring. And I've been at a moment or a place in my life that I'm tired of pretending. And I truly want to be there for my friends, and I want my friends to be there for me. And I want to have like a safety net of people around me, because I truly adore them, and I want to have like a safety net around me of people that I can 100% trust. So this has been on my mind, and this is what's brought us here. And hopefully we can all grow from something like this, from all these little step by steps of our life that, just makes us grow. And my question is, why do we do that? I feel like in a way, for me, it has been for safety, like to be liked, to be sort of just the life of the party in a sense. It allows me to be in control because I'm not the person that's ever down, But there's a difference, and I think it's very important to keep a positive mindset. But I think it's very different to have a positive mindset about life and stuff than like to skipping truth or not be honest. Because if you're not honest with yourself sometimes and people around you, like, again, how are they really there for you, and how are you growing? And I guess the scary part is realizing that there's something about you that you do not necessarily like, and that needs working on, and that you have to go through something about yourself to grow. Like, that's the scary part. Like, now I know that I do this, and like, I've been trying to find mechanisms to not do it, because after all, like, until the moment you realize you do something, you have done it all your life until then. So in my case, I've been downplaying my emotions for 26 years. Like, I do not know another reality. That's my reality. Like, how do you break that reality in a way that you and all around you, in a way, are like okay with it? How do you grow with this knowledge now? So like this is really scary. um this is really scary. Life's scary. I I used to have this saying that a friend of mine, we were always saying to each other, like, life's a truck and it will hit you. Don't get me wrong. Like, life hits you hard. And you just have to be flexible enough to just navigate it all in a way. And just to, be like, okay, I'm not perfect. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be better than anyone ever. But I have to improve myself. I just have to be a better version of myself today than I was yesterday. And I have to be a better version of myself tomorrow than I am today. That's my motto, really. And I feel like all this comes really through or because growth and going about life in an aware way of stuff. And I've been really trying to get to know myself and why I feel things a certain way and why I react a certain way and why I say some stuff and why I do some stuff that I end up reflecting on. Why did I do that? Why did I say that? Or why did I react that way? So, it's really important for you to ask questions about yourself, about others. It's really important for you to not settle for those around you who try to shape you in a way that keeping you small. I mean, your friends are it is expected for your friends to allow you to grow. And they grow with you in that sense. Like, it is expected for, as we go through life, that all people around us are growing with us, because then what's the point of having someone around us that's not growing, that's not helping, or not allowing us to grow? All of us are supposed to be growing, emotionally, spiritually, not just physically, not just, I don't want to do like the typical checklist of life, like buy a house, have a kid, get a car, whatever. Like, I want to do more than that. I want to be sure that I'm living a fulfilling life, not just ticking boxes. And, I want those things, of course. It's not what I'm saying, but I want to live a fulfilling life. And, when we're kids, we are really shaped by what's around us. But we gotta accept or reject. And when we don't act on it, we accept what has been passed down. So I think it's really important for us to ask questions and try and better ourselves in that sense. All of us, it's our first time living. And so we make the best we can with what we have. But I think it's really important to go after like this mindset of it doesn't have to be a constant exercise, but like, how do I improve myself? How do I grow? Of course, it has to come naturally in the sense that it has to make sense for you to feel like, oh, this isn't serving me anymore. I need to grow. Or I need to move past this. It has to make sense naturally and intrinsically to you. In order for it to actually happen and make sense in a way. So yeah. So I like for all of you guys that are listening to actually comment if you do this, to like smile through it all, in the sense of downplay your own emotions for other people to or for making it easier for other people to digest you and your own emotions. So if you do that, do let me know how you do it. And what's been the pinpoint of your life when you were like, yeah, I need to stop doing that. And if you hadn't had that point in your life of realizing this, I hope this podcast, this episode in particular, really allows you to, just be like, do I do that? Do I need to stop doing that? Because I want this to be a community, an open community, and I want you all guys to feel comfortable with each other and with me to share your story, just as I am sharing mine. And I want to be like, I want us to talk to each other, and I want this to be an ever growing together experience for all of us. We're all ongoing projects, like for the rest of our lives, forever. We're forever ongoing projects. And I want this to be a space for us to calm down and think about ourselves, think about life, think about what we want to do, think about who we want to be, who we don't want to be, and yeah, just grow. I feel like growth is really a word for this podcast. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. My name is João. This was the first episode of Just Between Us, and I'll see you soon.